and learning the geography of the world. There was a saying going that America was a place or state of punishment, where some Irish people suffered for a time before they came home and bought a pub, or a farm of land, or married into land. Anyone that ever went the road to Killarney could not miss Peg the Damsel's new house. It was at the other side of the level crossing, and you couldn't miss that either, for any time I ever went that way. One gate was open and the other gate was shut. They were always half expecting a train. Peg's house was done up to the veins of nicety, dormer windows out on the roof, variegated ridge tiles, the walls pebble dashed, what you could see of them, for they were covered with ivy. And in the front garden, Peg, she had ridges of flowers, surrounded by a hedge, beautifully clipped, you may say. The barber couldn't do it nicer. And one knob of the hedge was allowed to grow up, and it was trained to give the effect of a woman sitting down playing a concertina. Peg herself, of course, for she was a dinger on the box. If you heard her playing the verse of Vienna, you'd never again want to turn on the wireless. How's this she had it? Father wenches, father wenches, so good, and he wore it, and he tore it, and he spoiled it so good. Diddly-ding-dee-da-da, 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 diddly-ding-dee-da-da. She was brilliant. Is it any woman as a small child before she was able to talk could go up to the high note and denny by? Now, of all the posies in Peg's garden, the roses took the pride of place. She had them there of every hue. She had June roses, tea roses, ramblers, and climbers. And at the back of Peg's house there was a farmer living, and he had a goat running with the cows, and a very destructive animal he was too. And the goat, he came the way and broke into the garden and sampled the roses and liked them and made short work of them. Peg complained the goat to the farmer. "What do you want him for?" she said. "With 9 cows you can't be shot to milk." "It isn't that at all." The farmer said, "Goats are said to be lucky. And another thing is they'll eat the injurious herb, and the cows will go there full time, if you follow me." You wouldn't have to be the chairman of the Farmers' Union to know that. "You'll be doing full time," says Peg, "if that goat don't conduct himself, for I'll have you up before the judge, the man in the white wig." "Play tough now," says the farmer, a man afraid of his life of litigation, for it can lighten the pocket. He said, "I have a donkey chain there, and I'll shorten it down to make a fetters for the goat," which he did. But the goat, when he found the timing of the chain, like the 2 lads in the 3-legged race, he was able to move as quick-witted as without it. Now, that would be the same year that Peg married the return Yank. Or was it? So long ago now. Everything has gone away back in my poll. 'Twas a man that went in a fright for fancy shirts. And they do. One day's all he keep the shirt on him. Look at that for a caper. And the poor woman, her fingers worn to the bone, washing for him. Well, this morning, Peg the Damsel, she rinsed out her red shirt and she put it outside up in the hedge to dry. That was all right, no fault, until the goat came the way. And handicapped and all as he was, he broke into the garden, attracted by the colour, I suppose, and Peg the Damsel opened the front door just in time to see the white button of the left cuff of the red shirt disappearing down the goat's package. There was no good in calling the Yank. He was up in the loft in Blanket Street. All night work he had in New York, and he used to sleep during the day. And I said, no night work here. He used to sleep day and night. So Peg, she went after the goat with the broom, and the goat hopped up on the fence of the railway, and he was running down the incline. Now, it wouldn't happen again in the Rain of Cats when he was crossing over the railway tracks. Didn't one link of the chain go down over the square-headed bolt that's pinning the rail chair onto the sleeper, and he was held there a prisoner. He couldn't lead nor drive, and what was more, the train was coming now. He heard it whistling, and wasn't that a nice pucker for a goat to be in? And if he were there, he'd lose your heads, and so would I, but the goat didn't. What did he do? coughed up the red shirt and flagged down the train.